the champs!
Hey, y'all thought we was gonna choke. Hi, haters.
Haters! One Trigger Trey Rock is in the building. Let's celebrate, ladies and germs. How about them NFC East champions?
Yes, sir.
That felt good.
Turn it up.
Felt good.
We in there. Let's get it.
We in there. We in there.
Y'all see it. Hey,
yeah.
We gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah, we got a lot to talk about, y'all. But welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 70. Welcome to the NFC East Championship celebration. Number 1 seed celebration of the Birds of Broad Street. I am your host of the most, your boy Mizzy Miss Kukak, to represent the Birds. And as you can see by the new updated logo, I had to help out our 5th member, my sister, my Philly girl herself, Symone with the sports. What up, Symone?
What's up, y'all? It's been 2 weeks since I got a victory Monday. Boy, a drought, but it feel good. It feel even sweeter now.
Exactly. BG is probably on its way. We got OTR One Trigger Trey Rock in the building. What up, Trigger? You the Trigger.
Before we start this battle, you already know how I celebrate.
Hey, victory or lose Monday.
Hey man, listen.
Exactly. No shit. Start us up how we do it.
Number 1 seed. Yeah. Warm it up though. You know what time it is. You know we know you rocking with. It's your boy Philly Notion. Birds of Broad Street. Y'all already know. Let's check the 4K on them. Hold on. Lambo check. Ring check. Number 1 seed. Check. Y'all already know we all the way in there, gang. Listen, if y'all new to the channel, new to all the rides, y'all check out the Sis. Y'all check out Trey Rock, Bird Gang 31, Cool Cat. Y'all make sure y'all slide by. Y'all know what to do and go. Hit that subscribe. Y'all know we bringing it. Man, look, I don't know about y'all, but listen. I know there was some nervous people coming in, you know. We had to see like my sis called it, the 2-week drought. I mean, we all over here had to watch below mid quarterback play, if you ask me. But Listen, that guy is back. We got the dub. I'm happy. I'm celebrating, and I'm ready to. Hey, let's go get this trophy. That's all that matters at this point. See y'all in the divisional round type business. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Trey Rock. Hey, bro. Look, I know we had some, some, I guess, heated conversation last week, man. I gotta say, man, your boy Jonathan Gannon, bro. Look, man, I'm gonna give him some respect today. I'm gonna put some respect on some players today.
Is that what
we still gonna talk about? We still gonna talk about, and I know. Listen, I've been in my Miles Sanders bag for the past few weeks. I'm probably gonna get into that bag a little bit today. So let's have some fun, gang.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, that's what comes with the territory, bro. When you one of the best teams in the NFL, any little thing you can argue over. Like, but at the end of the day, it's all love. It's all love.
When we win, ain't no fussing. Period.
Yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Bad Wi-Fi connection, aka Cowboy Street Rat. So if it happens, y'all be on the lookout. But man, we got a lot to celebrate. The Philadelphia Eagles are your new 2022 NFC East champions. Notion game. I know you guys a lot to say about it. So go ahead, talk. How's it feel to be the champ?
Well, it feels good, actually, my brothers and sis. Listen, it's been a long time coming. The Eagles, bottom line, this team overachieved this year. I mean, again, I'm gonna tell y'all off the rip, I had us going with, I think, 13-4. So for this team to flip the script on me, hey, 14-3. Honestly, if Hurts would have played in a couple more games, we'd be talking about a whole different record right now, honestly, if you ask me. So this team, in my opinion, overachieved. They did exactly what they had to do. Got this #1 seed, made it dramatic. Of course, you know how the Eagles Nation does. But at the end of the day, just to watch it all come together, I mean, here we are now, sitting with this #1 seed. We got to see some teams choke this past weekend, which y'all know we're going to have a little segment on that. Hey, hey, you already know.
No, cool it off. Cool it off. Last week, in these very comments talking about they fumbling the bag. We coming for that #1 seed. Or we about to steal the East. Y'all couldn't even steal a little sweep over the Commanders and Sam Howell.
Yo, Sam Howell outplayed Dak? Is that what's going on? I was trying to find out if Dak was really playing their starters. Like, looking at that.
6-6, right? Then that means Dak was in the game.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
But we're going to talk about that next. So we got lots of gloating and talking about. Symone, how you feeling about being a champ, girl?
Oh, how does a champ feel? It feel only right. Like Notion said, all the things that we did this season, all the accomplishments, AJ Brown coming in this season, living up to and exceeding expectations. We traded for him on draft night. We knew we needed a wide receiver, a big body, traditional X wide receiver who was already developed. Again, because we haven't been doing a good job developing him. We got him on draft night. We were all lit, and to see him pan out to what we expected him to be and to be even better. Jalen Hurts taking this phenomenal leap from last season to this season. Miles Sanders coming back, exceeding expectations. The defense panning out. James Bradbury panning out. Most dudes being what we needed them to be. We had a lot of off-season acquisitions, a lot of brand new pieces. In week 1 versus the Lions, we were scratching our heads a little bit, but we remain confident that it's just going to take time for them to gel, and everybody gelled and panned out. I said 13-4. These guys exceeded expectations, 14-3. How does it feel? It feels only right.
Sheesh.
Jeez, exactly. Trey, I know you got lots to say. Let them know, Trigger.
I mean, I know like the players, coaches, and all that, it was a big part of this, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm giving 100% of this credit to Howie Roseman, man. That dude took a lot of chances this year. A lot of chances. Mind you, we had 3 first-round picks. He gave one of them up for A.J. Brown. Mind you, A.J. Brown coming off a knee injury that hampered him all year. Bro, he took a chance on him. He took a chance on Haason Reddick. Howie Roseman put this whole thing together, bro. And it's a big shout out to this dude. Shout out to the coaching staff. Shout out to the players. I don't really got too much to say. Like, I'm not going to take up too much time. I just love the fact that football is back in Philadelphia, man, because, I mean, the past few years with the whole Carson Wentz thing, Jalen Hurts, all that, bro, it hampered the city. I'm not even going to lie to you. It hampered the city. Nobody had high expectations on this football team. Last year coming in and this year, and we did a whole 180. So, I mean, shout out to the whole Philadelphia Eagles organization, man, the coaching staff, the trainers that kept these dudes healthy for the most part. Shout out to all that. Now it's time to go get the Super Bowl.
Exactly, man. I am proud of everyone in this organization. I am very proud for my quarterback, Jalen Hurts, for not listening to all the haters, doubters, and critics, for busting his backside. I'm happy for Nick Sirianni. He did his thing. Hell, Jonathan Gannon, sometimes he made me mad, but at the end of the day, 70 sacks and 70 sacks, man. I'm proud of him. Nick Sirianni, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of this whole organization. Howie Roseman, listen, this is how we do it. That's all I got to say. I am happy. And we get the number 1 seed, which means everybody and their mama got to come to Philly. Let's talk about that. No, Chicane, how you feel about being the number 1 seed?
I mean, of course, again, it feels good. Not having to play, we get a week off. You know, we got teams now that are, you know, they're going to have to battle it out this next week. We don't know who we're going to see. We know the Eagles are playing with, I think, the lowest seed in the NFC.
Yep.
So, again, we get to kick our feet up this week, you know, watch some games on TV, see who's going to come to Philadelphia. We're defending the home turf. So, look, I'm more than excited to get this number 1 seed. It's been long overdue. If you ask me, again, we should have clinched it. In my opinion, we should have clinched it in Dallas. We should have clinched it for sure when the Saints came to the link. But, hey, you know, and finally getting the job done, getting that number 1 seed. Like my man Trey Rock said, I think I want to circle it back to that. Listen, Howie Roseman cannot be thanked enough. This man straight up gambled his whole entire his job assignment here. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. We was really we had the bus warmed up for Howie Roseman to get up out of Philadelphia.
Y'all had the bus warmed up. I hate to be the one. I hate to be the one who say it, but I have defended Howie down before this season. Y'all had his bus. Y'all did.
Facts. No, and hey, that's why I got nothing but respect, man, for my sis, man. Remember, listen, let me take y'all back in time real quick. Back when we had Carson Wentz. And listen, I ain't gonna sit here and cap. You know, look, the bull was our quarterback. I was defending what I was seeing at the time, but apparently sis saw something before a lot of us seen it coming, telling us that Jalen Hurts was going to be that dude. So, listen, you already know, sis, I got nothing but respect for that. But at the same time, this man, Howie Roseman, gambled with his job. Jalen Hurts came through clutch and pretty much saved this man, and just the roster he's put around him, that's made this team nothing but, you know, what we are in today with this number 1 seed. So a lot of it, again, does got to go out. Howie Roseman, GM of the Year award, if you ask me. And, hey, Hurts, again, if y'all don't believe it now, I don't know where y'all been, but it's that time. It's Hurts season, and we all seeing what time it is.
Yep. Symone, number 1 seed. How you feeling about everybody and their mama coming to your city?
Like we was just saying, and Philly Notion was saying, Howie Roseman, the thing about Howie Roseman this season, I feel like he answered all of our calls this season. Like, there's been plenty of times that we've asked for things, did not get it. We said several times, do not draft a wide receiver. We need to trade for one of these wide receivers. This was an offseason or sign one. This was an offseason where a lot of wide receivers, a lot of star power wide receivers was on the bubble. We said we need to trade or sign for a wide receiver. What did Howie do? Did just that. We said we need to go defense in this draft. What did Howie do? Get Jordan Davis. Now, I'm not saying Jordan Davis was the best in hindsight. Maybe not in hindsight. But at the time, what did Howie do? Get Jordan Davis. We said sign Bradbury, sign Bradbury, sign Bradbury. What did Howie do? Sign Bradbury. I'm saying This man been listening to us all off season. I just hats off to him. This is a roster he built. This is a house that Howie built. And all we can do is thank Howie Roseman for putting these pieces together and these pieces gelling so well. The feng shui of this locker room seemed like it's for real. So we got the chemistry. We got the home field advantage. The fans, we locked and loaded in this thing. They said this is the first time in the last 5 years we had the #1 seed with different quarterbacks and different head coaches. The only thing that stayed the same is the culture and the fans. We did this thing too. Period.
Facts.
Exactly.
Hey, like Ms. Bergang said, it's very refreshing. And that's one of the things I'm glad you mentioned on too, Symone, just because, listen, we haven't been listened to as a fan base in quite some time. So to actually watch this thing play out, I mean, Howie Roseman, like you said, he's listening to the fans. So, look, again, I got nothing but respect for Howie. Hopefully everybody as an Eagles fan got a new appreciation for Howie again. I believe this man is just built for Philadelphia. The pressure we put on our GM, Howie Roseman is built for Philadelphia.
Man,
You're a gangster, bro. Howie Roseman really a gangster, bro. He fit right in Philly, bro.
Because he really straight up ignored all the slander. Like, this man was getting slandered down, straight up unbothered, bro. Howie was going to do him regardless.
He was going to do him regardless. And then, but this time, though, it was a little different. Howie Roseman been under fire, but that match was lit under his ass this time. He knew what he had to do to keep that job. I'm pretty sure Jeffrey ended up setting down, bro. You got to make some splashes this year. We got to let you go, big dog. And he responded. I mean, listen, bro. Philly got a love-hate relationship with Howie Roseman. It's like really a love-hate relationship. We can't ignore all the bad drafts he had. I mean, but he been turning around. He been getting better. Then he brought us the Super Bowl in 2017. So it's really a love-hate relationship. It go year by year. But he been doing better the past 2 years. I mean, I feel like he learning from his mistakes. And this year, this was the biggest, bro. Like, even him going out and getting Haason Reddick. You know how many people was buying for Haason Reddick talent? Yep. And him to go out there and sign him for what he signed him for? Bro,
that was the first move.
That was talent. That's GM talent right there, bro. That means your mouthpiece is crazy. You could talk.
And then James Bradbury said, even before the season started, so I'm saying even before, like, they knew we would start 8-0. James Bradbury said he took less money. He had higher offers to go other places. He took less money to come here.
Right. And that's all Howie. That's all Howie, man.
You got the Chauncey Gardner. I mean, there's just everybody that he's added to this team, just impact. So,
bro, even him bringing Fletch back this year, it was like he knew, bro. He knew. And then even like the in-season stuff, like man, we was getting ran all on. You go sign Linval Joseph and Dominican Soup.
Next day process.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Like Howie really did his thing this year. I don't got one negative thing to say about Howie Roseman this year, like at all.
I don't either. He even helped us with the Saints pick, as y'all can see.
Yeah, everybody else got to do their job.
Exactly. Let's quickly talk before we talk about the 2022-2023 season. Let's talk about this game that happened yesterday because there is a reason we got the NFC East #1 seed. So quickly, let's talk about this game. Notion, your thoughts on this game versus the New York Football Giants?
So, bottom line, right? The Eagles did what they had to do. I'm going to start off by saying that because I'm not going to sit here and act like this was the most prettiest offensive attempt. Listen, honestly, when you look at it, the game looked like it was called basically pretty much vanilla. You know, Hurts wasn't exerting that much effort. He kind of played comfortable. You know, again, just to watch, however, this offense is a completely different offense once Jalen Hurts is on the team out on the field. Just for us moving the ball. I mean, it was good to see this team at least getting first downs, you know, completing possessions and things of such. Because we saw the past 2 weeks, this offense struggled mightily when Jalen Hurts was not out there. So just to watch that evolution again, listen, I know Jalen Hurts, I think he threw a pick 6 in the end zone. Listen,
don't put that on him. We want that.
No, I'm not. I mean, hold on now. There was 3 people in that whole zone there around Devontae Smith. So again, but look, the touchdown before should have been held. Yeah. I believe we are the most penalized team when it comes, I believe, to that. What is it? An eligible player downfield. It always happens, it seems, once we score a touchdown of some sort. We got to be the most penalized team.
We always like that because we run so many RPOs. It'd be the RPOs that be getting all them illegal mans down. Because, you know, the offensive line don't know if you're going to run or pass the football. They just firing off. So, I mean, that's kind of up to the quarterback to get the football out of his hands or take off. So that's why we get so many legal men downfield, because you can run or pass on that play. The offensive line don't really know.
I mean, I get it, bro, but still, like I said, it seemed this every time we score, I'm looking around for flags because of situations like that. And we got to be one of the most penalized teams at taking our own points off the board. So, again, I just like how Jalen Hurts wasn't out there playing scared. He was giving a wide receivers opportunities. Again, we see what it looks like when A.J. Brown has opportunities when we ain't playing scared football. Devontae Smith making, possessions. Dallas Goedert making plays. And, of course, I got to salute to my guy, Boston Scott, the Giants killer, because, without his production, we wouldn't have won this game. So, listen, just the whole – I know we only won by – the scoreboard says – how many points is that? Is that 7? No, wait, 6 points? Listen, we got the job done. We ran the clock out when needed, kicked the field goal. There's some things we got to clean up, which – I'll talk about those here in a little bit because, there's some things I still think we got to clean up on this team. But overall, man, we got the job done. We the #1 team in the NFC, period. So I can't wait to see how this team performs. Hey, come to divisional round. So that's my thoughts on the game. We got the job done. Not the prettiest, but we got it done.
Symone?
The game, a win is a win, period. Like how Jalen Hurts was looking, not having to exert that much, but still, showing that he wasn't scared to throw the ball and whatnot. Love Boston Scott, doing his little thing versus his team, the Giants. I was upset. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a lying woman. I was upset that we had to play our starters the whole game. I thought it was going to be a little situation where we could rest Jalen at the half. Shoot, even rest Jalen in the fourth quarter. I'm like, can we get a little fourth quarter rest? I was upset. Also, I was upset that the defense was locked down in the first half and they didn't get a chance to rest because the game was still a game. But at the end of the day, a lot of Jalen coming back for the first time, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson coming back for the first time. I'm going to call the Washington football team. The New York Giants at the end of the day are still a professional football team. It wasn't, who's to say it was going to be a cakewalk at the end of the day. We did get to save a little bit of miles by using a lot more Boston Scott. So there was, some saving of energy there. We also, Jalen got to get back in rhythm with Devontae, get back in rhythm with A.J. Brown, playing with Dallas Goedert again for the first time in how long? Them guys getting back in their groove. At the end of the day, a win is a win. Can't complain. Just wish those guys could have got a little rest during the game. But hey, they're going to have this bye week to rest. Also, Darius Slay. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that there.
There you go. Trey?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. This game gave off a preseason game type feel. Like, a lot of vanilla coverages, a lot of vanilla offense. I mean, I feel like we just came here. I mean, we knew they was playing their backups and all that. We just came here to win the game, to be honest. It ain't had to look pretty or nothing like that. Win the game, we get a bye week. We get to rush some dudes up. Hopefully Lane Johnson and back for the playoff run. And, I mean, I didn't feel like this game was ever like we was in trouble in this game. It was just on we was on cruise control. But it was moments in the game where I felt like we was pressing to put them away. Like, we was pressing to put them away, and it kind of hurt us on certain downs. Like, I mean, downs where usually Jalen would be careful with the football. He was he was kind of throwing it up because he was trying to get the game over with. I mean, I understand it, but I mean, all in all, it was a cool game, and I mean, we got the W. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Now, normally we would grade this game, but we're going to grade the 2022-2023 season. But before we do, let's have some fun.
Well, we took another L. Hey, shout out to the Eagles, man. We beat ourselves, man. We beat ourselves. You see, it was some stuff that I saw that I really hated, man. The sense of urgency when we was behind was bad. I look at it like when you shortcoming of a goal, right? You fight for something all year, and then you get to the end of it, and you drop it, you lose it, right? And I can't help but to think to it all and say, we just was not prepared. The prepared mind. What the hell? You sick motherfucker! Wow. I'm about to, you saw them run the hell off the field, didn't you? The fucking ref was in the way!
How about him? Look.
Hey, how about them though? Hey, how about them Cowboys? I need to know. I need some answers from Dallas Nation on this, because I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I know a lot of them, they was praying on our downfall. You know, we saw a whole bunch of Cowboy fans become Saints fans. They were Saints fans last week. Listen, I need to know what happened in this Washington game, because if that's how y'all coming out playing against these Bucks, we already know what time it is. So listen, Cowboys didn't let us down. I'm glad Dak Prescott, he's looking real elite. I know we figured it out, gang. Dak Prescott is elite at these interceptions. That's what he's elite at right now. Throwing these pick
It's
six.
horrible, yo.
Bro, looking like a trash can right now.
It's horrible. Like, yo, bro, y'all do know Dak Prescott has thrown a pick in every game he's been in this season. Interception. Like
Elite.
every game. I think he got like 4, maybe 5 pick sixes on the season. And he didn't even play the whole season. Like,
Didn't even play the whole season.
It's horrible, bro.
It's them gonna come on our live last week, gonna be coming on our videos, making their own videos, broadcasting their own videos, talking about the Eagles handing us the NFC East. Oh, the Eagles fumbling the bag. We coming for the #1 seed. 6 points.
Where you?
All they kept talking about was us scoring 10 points on the Saints. Y'all didn't even get 10 points with your starting quarterback.
Starting team, period.
All our games started at the same time. At 4:25 p.m., all of us, the Niners, the Eagles, and the Cowboys, had a chance to be the #1 seed at 4:20 p.m. And that's what y'all do? Lay a little egg after talking all that shit. Talking all that shit. Lay an egg, bruh. And I just want to say this. They have been looking terrible for the last, 6 weeks now? Let me run it back. Davis Mills and the Texans had them on the ropes. Next week, blow a lead, losing overtime to the Jaguars. Next week, almost lose to Gardner Minshew. Even when we had 4 turnovers in the game, Gardner Minshew had them on the ropes. Next week, about to fumble the bag against Josh Dobbs. And then the next week, Sam Howell from a basketball school does that to them. Ain't
embarrassing. Hey, let them hear it, sis, because they need to know, coming in next week, they got to go to Tampa Bay. I'm going to tell you right now, Brady right now, I don't think has Dak beaten Brady? Have the Cowboys?
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. is 7-0 versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, this is about to be complicated.
Is 1-3 in the playoffs. 1-3.
It's about to be 1-4. Look like.
What I want to know is, after all that talking this offseason, after running your mouths this offseason, in the words of our new fifth member, Symone with the Sports, after talking all that shit, y'all lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars, y'all lose to the Green Bay Packers, we beat y'all, and now y'all lose.
The Bucks, week 1 back.
Exactly. They lost to the same Buccaneers that y'all going to play. And now you lose to Sam Howell, a rookie?
From a basketball school.
Exactly. A rookie. You losing to a Washington Commanders team that has a pig for a mascot. Y'all should be embarrassed.
That lets you know how they're built. I mean, again, there's so much on the line for them, and they chose
for life. Ready, Red. Where are y'all at?
Yeah, we doing
Where are
that.
y'all at?
This normally, I find it funny.
Ready Red in the building. Respect. Ready Red.
Yeah.
Ready yet?
Ready in the building.
Real quick, ready? Because you've been barking all season, and y'all about to go into Tampa Bay, Florida. It's gonna be nice. Y'all got no excuses. It's not gonna be snowing, probably raining some, but it ain't gonna be cold. And y'all about to get took apart by Brady and them. You know what we gonna be doing? Sitting home watching y'all, ready for whoever about to come to us. One
Exactly.
and done.
I find it funny to believe you. I find it funny. Salute to Ready Red. He's the only one. But outside of him, we normally get Boss Cowboy. We normally get Boys for Life. We normally get Cole, H-Town Cowboy. There would normally be like 70 people up in the chat. Where the heck is all you? Where is everybody? Only 61? Where the heck is everybody? Boys for Life. Cole.
The last 2 weeks y'all was running. Y'all was running and jumping these chats. Where y'all at?
Where y'all at? Man, why you so fired?
Reality set in to a lot of these Cowboy fans because, again, the pressure was on, right? All they had to do was win their game. We all played at the same time. Nobody was score watching. The players had no control of that.
Exactly.
And they choked under pressure. So
they were never in that game.
Never.
That blows my mind. They were never. Washington was in control of that game from what I saw. Majority of that game.
Start to finish.
The whole game.
And so, how are y'all talking about some coming for the number 1 seed? I would be extremely disappointed if my team had a chance to be the number 1, heck, even the number 2 seed, and come out there and lay an egg with all my starters out there. Lay an egg.
The way y'all looking, Ready, y'all don't look like y'all gonna make it to Philly, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
And as a matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. We're going to wait for the makeup. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have a new segment on the show. So we're going to have a new segment I call Broad Street Picks. So what that means is we're going to pick all of the games that's not ours. Here are the games for wild card weekend. So I want y'all to make y'all prediction for all of these games. And since Cowboy fans, Ready Red wants to start talking, we're going to start with Cowboys Buccaneers. So, Notion Game, what's your prediction for Buccaneers Cowboys?
So, honestly, I don't think that this is a good Bucs team, honestly, right? But at the same time, I know that they're playing at home. This is going to be on a Monday night. Monday night, only game on television is going to be the Bucs. Tom Brady going against the Cowboys. I do believe the Bucs are going to clip the Cowboys. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or none of that, and it might be low scoring. So I give the Bucs about 24, and I'll give Dallas 21. But regardless, one way or another, the Bucs is about to walk Dallas out of there. So that's how I see that happening. Get ready for y'all's first round exit, Dallas, because next Monday night. Oh, yeah. I need to see all the Cowboy fans in the stream
next live edition. Should we have a live stream Monday night?
Hey, you know I'm
Oh,
with
well,
it.
trust me, it's gonna be. We're gonna stay on for as long as we can. Next Monday, we're gonna watch that game. We might even bring you guys in as we preview our game for whoever it is. So, Symone, you're next, girl. Your prediction for Tampa Bay Cowboys.
Cowboy in no playoffs. Come on now. We know.
I know, sis.
I know Dallas is. I think in my lifetime, I've seen Dallas win 3 playoff games. I've seen Dak win 1. I think I've seen Tony Romo maybe win 2. There's 3 things certified in my life: death, taxes, and the Dallas Cowboys losing in the first round. Okay? So ain't no way in the world I'm going to pick them little boys.
Little boys.
They already lost to the Bucks once. They've been trending down. The last 5 weeks of football, they've been on the ropes. Josh Dobbs had them on the ropes. You don't think Mike Evans and TB12 gonna have them on the ropes? Give me the Bucks.
Exactly.
Man.
Trey?
All right. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Trey. Get him! Get him! Get him!
Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. The Cowboys are a good football team, man. They played like trash yesterday, but they're a good football team. I mean, they're gonna give anybody fits in the playoffs. I still think Brady and them gonna come away with this one. It's gonna be a close game, probably like 21-24-ish. Brady. I mean, it depends if Brady got the ball in his hands at the end of the game, bro. I put Brady up against any defense with the ball in his hand at the end of the game. So
at the end of the game.
the Cowboys might not keep that game close, or they're gonna be crying at the end of the day. But I'm going Buccaneers 24-21.
Yep. So let's continue. We got Seattle versus 49ers. Notion, who you got with that?
So actually, I think that's going to be a tougher game also. Like, I don't know, I'm not sleeping on Seattle. I think Seattle's kind of one of them off-the-wall teams that, depending on how they play, I mean, I think they may shock some people. But at the end of the day, I do think the Niners are going to pull it off. I do think the Niners got a more solid defense. They run game. I'm going to give it to the Niners. I'm going to say something around the park of 28-21. No one by a touchdown.
Yep. Symone?
This one is tougher too. Seattle has been that wild card team all season long. I'm definitely going with the Niners though. Just all around defense. What's his name coming back? Help me out. Their guy.
Debo.
I don't know if he played last week, but I know they said they activated. I don't know if he got in the game, but I got the Niners. Last time the Niners was in it, and Jimmy G kept them out of it. And Jimmy G ain't in the equation this time. But I'm putting all respect on Seattle, though. If they get that run going, DK get going, who knows?
Yep. Trey?
Yes, sir.
I feel like it's gonna be a closer game than when they played last time. But I'm still taking San Francisco in this one. Just because of, how the defense really bothered Geno Smith last game. Like Geno Smith had no rhythm in that first game. And that pass rush is vicious. DK a dog, Lockett a dog. The rookie running back, they got a dog, but that San Francisco defense is different, bro. You really gotta bring your A game when you playing against them dudes. And the offense is just like a luxury. It's a luxury. They could put up points. So, it's gonna be a tough game for Seattle. I'm taking San Francisco 31, Seattle 14.
Yep. Chargers, Jaguars. Go ahead, Notion.
This one tough.
Chargers and Jaguars.
Yep.
I'm actually going Dougie P here. Let's go on. I think look, I know when we got rid of Doug Peterson, one of the things this coach is good at doing is building a team and having the team believe. And I'm going to tell you right now, these Jags are actually believing in Doug Peterson. They actually fighting out there. Trevor Lawrence, I mean, he's doing just enough to carry that team. So I'm giving it to the Jags over the Chargers. Look, I think it's going to be a close game. Also, I'm going to say 20-ish. So I'll give the Jags 24, and I'm going to give the Chargers 20. I think it's going to be another close game, but we going Chargers. Doug P, he's coming through clutch.
Yep. Symone?
Yeah, I'm going with the Jags. Dougie P, boy, that's my coach right now, man. Watching Dougie P on another team, it do something to me. I love Dougie P, bro, and I would never forgive Carson Wentz for getting that man fired. Never. But I'm going with my man Dougie P. Dougie P has been there before. He's got those players motivated. He's just like he had us motivated, had us fired up. I can only imagine the pep talks he's given, the way he just came in and instantly turned that team around, winning the division, going to the playoffs, his first season. Give me the Jags. I just don't know about the Chargers. I know the Chargers been doing good lately, but they had that long patch where they was just looking. I don't know.
Yeah, Trey.
Dougie P is a terrible coach.
He's lying.
Why Cowboys fans be hating so much?
They hate
Oh,
Tug,
God. Yo, I love Doug Peterson just like everybody else in Philly does, but I feel like this is gonna be more of a quarterback battle, and I feel like Justin Herbert is gonna take a step forward this year. I mean, I think it's gonna be more just the experience. He got more experience than Trevor Lawrence. He got a better defense than Trevor Lawrence. He got a better offense than Trevor Lawrence. I don't see this game really going in Jacksonville's favor. So I'm gonna go Chargers 27, Jacksonville 21.
New York Giants versus Minnesota Vikings. Go ahead, Notion.
So actually, I got the Giants winning this game. For whatever reason, I'm still not believing in Minnesota. And right now, look, I'm gonna give it to Joe Judge, their coach. Or I said Joe Judge. I'm tripping. Since that man got booted up out of there, Brian Daboll.
Brian Daboll.
Daboll, however you pronounce his man's name. Listen, I'm gonna get that man coach.
What up, BD?
Salute to my guy.
I've been getting my ass kicked at work.
Hey,
yeah. Hey, handle your business, BG. Handle your business. Go ahead, Notion.
Yeah, no, I'm just giving my take. I do believe that the Giants are going to pull off an upset on Minnesota, and I believe it's going to come down to this coaching. And, yeah, I do believe that the Giants got them one also with this coaching staff. Y'all got to remember, and, again, we played their third string. This is last game, so I don't take nothing in the – it is what it is. But, listen, he's got this team actually playing with absolutely no talent at the wide receiver position. That's completely on that coaching staff. So I think that the Giants are going to find a way. They're a gritty type of a team. And I think they already – did they beat Minnesota this year?
They almost did.
They almost did. I know Minnesota ain't been winning in pleasant fashion. So I actually got the Giants going out there and upsetting Minnesota in Minnesota. So that's how I'm going to rock with that one.
Yeah, BG.
Put a score on? Are we doing scores on that?
Yeah, we're doing scores too. Yep.
All right, so I think it's going to be something like I'll give the Giants 24. I think Minnesota's going to lay an egg. I'm going to give them 20 points.
Yep. BG Minnesota Giants, if you can hear me. Okay, Symone.
Man, this is a tough one. I don't remember them playing the first time. I don't know. This one is tough. I honestly have the Vikings winning this game. I'm just going with Justin Jefferson. He's been having a tough time lately. He got grittied on during the Packers game. This is a tough matchup for me, honestly, because did they even play? What was their score in the regular season?
I think they kicked the Giants' ass for real. I'm not even sure.
Bro, the Vikings
I
ain't been
remember
beating teams like that.
It
Like,
was 27-24.
yeah.
The Giants lost by 3 points.
That's horrible.
Man, I don't even know about this one. I'm gonna go. I don't even know. I feel like this is gonna be the best game. I don't know, y'all. Shoot, I want to say the Vikings, but shoot. Then again, the Vikings been laying so many eggs lately. They've been struggling these last couple.
They ain't been beating teams the way y'all thinking.
They took the 67-yard field goal to win that game. The Vikings kicked a 67-yard field goal to win that game. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know about that one.
Yep. BG, if you can hear me.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Would
with.
that even be an upset though? Because the Vikings been funky lately.
Yeah.
They got a good record, though. So it'd definitely be an upset.
Yep. Go ahead, BG, if you can hear me.
The Vikings gonna be at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win. I think the first round they're gonna go ahead and take it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they're gonna go out there and do their thing and put on a show. I think it's gonna be a big game by Justin Jefferson, and he's gonna take that. He's gonna take that win. I'm not gonna say they're gonna blow him out or nothing, but it's gonna be a good game. But I got the Vikings taking that game.
Yep. Buffalo versus the Dolphins. Go ahead, Trey. I mean, Milton.
I mean, I think honestly, I'm not the biggest hype fan of the Miami Dolphins, so let's get that out the way. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the Bills, and I think they win in convincing fashion. I'm gonna give the Bills 30, and I'm gonna give Miami, I'll give them 20. So they'll win convincingly, at least by 10 plus points. I'll give it to the Bills.
Yep. Symone.
Yeah, the Dolphins, shoot, they dismantled, bro. They fell apart. I know they had a lot of injuries, a quarterback carousel, but I don't see any situation where the Bills lose that game to the Dolphins at home with everything that they playing for, with Bills Mafia up there in that code. I don't even know who's quarterback for the Dolphins right now.
Yep. Trey.
Dolphins, Bills.
Yep.
I feel like the Bills playing with like a heavy heart right now. So I mean that really count in football. I mean with all the Damar Hamlin stuff going on, I feel like they motivated right now. So it's gonna be a tough outing for Miami. Miami got an explosive offense, but like Symone said, we don't even know who the quarterback gonna be this week. If it's Teddy Bridgewater, I'm taking the Bills by a lot. I mean, if Tua somehow find his way back on the field, I feel like it's gonna be a closer game. I'm going Buffalo 37, Bills 24-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going Buffalo 37, Miami 24-ish.
Yep. BG.
So Tua's out for sure.
He's in a concussion, so we don't know.
No, it's not guaranteed that. Yeah, concussion protocol though.
For a closer
Yeah.
game. You know, with Waddle and Tyreek Hill out there, I know Bills are playing with emotion. I think if Tua plays, there's a chance they can pull the upset.
Oh my gosh, hot take.
You know,
Okay.
Straight up, you know what I'm saying? Those two receivers in playoff mode, if Tua's out on that rock, they can do some things. So if he's not playing in Buffalo for sure.
Bro, Tua, he threw all them picks on Christmas Eve. Was that Christmas Eve or Christmas Day where he had like 3 back-to-back picks, bro?
That's you talking about when they was playing Green Bay?
But
yeah, Christmas Day. On Christmas Eve, it was Christmas Day, and he had 3 picks back-to-back.
But Cheetah,
their offense is explosive though.
Yeah, that offense is crazy.
Because I'm pretty sure they were still, when they played the Bills the first time, they was in it, and that was at Buffalo.
Right.
Yep. So and finally, Ravens versus Bengals. Go ahead, Notion.
So we ain't seen Lamar Jackson in I don't know how many weeks. I don't even know. Has he been cleared to?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm giving it to the Bengals just off that alone. Look, I don't know when Lamar is going to be back. Even with him coming back, possibly. I mean, he's been out for several weeks, so I would expect there to be some kind of rust there initially. So, what happened? Oh yeah, he's missed a lot of football.
He missed so much football.
Yeah, he missed a lot of football. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the Bengals. I just think that Joe Burrow right now and the Bengals, they've been in this situation before. Yeah, I'm going Bengals. I'm going to get them 31. I'm going to get a Ravens. I'm going to give them 20.
Yep. Symone?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on at quarterback for the Ravens. So in that case, and they haven't said anything. They just been beating around the bush with whether Lamar's coming back or not. And even if he does, he hasn't played football in a long time. I'm going with the Bengals.
Yep. Trey?
All right. The Bengals been rolling the past 6 weeks. I mean, they've been looking like the best offense in football. So I don't feel like the Ravens gonna be able to stand it with them because all year the Ravens been bottomed in pass defense. So I mean, it ain't even about the quarterback. It's stopping Cincinnati. I mean, you're gonna have to score, but if you can't stop these dudes, the game over. So I'm taking. I got them putting up a 40 burger on this Baltimore defense. I'm gonna go 40. I'm gonna give Baltimore like 17 because I feel like Huntley gonna be playing this week. He really can't generate offense for that football team. So I feel like this is gonna be a lopsided blowout game.
Yep. BG?
Yeah, Bengals gonna take it for sure. They're on fire right now. You know, Burrow's trying to, stamp his MVP vote in there, and I think this team as a whole, Jamar Chase, Burrows, those guys gonna light up the Ravens there, and they probably win by 2 touchdowns, so 28 to 14.
Yeah.
Burton, I don't know if you put your score in there, but real quick, what you got on the Cowboys Bucks?
Yeah.
Cowboys losing 28-17.
28-17?
First round
I'll
exit.
take that.
See you later.
Yeah, I'll take.
Goodness.
Yep, I'll take that. So since we've been talking about Howie Roseman, let's go ahead and grade the 2022-2023 Philadelphia Eagles for the whole season. We're grading everybody. So let's start it off with the man, Howie Roseman. Notice again, what grade for the season do you give Howie Roseman?
Oh, of course, he's getting, he's got the GM of the Year award from me. So he's getting the A++++++++. He's the reason, in my opinion, why we are in this situation, with the opportunity for a window to compete for years. Again, we have the top 10 draft pick. We know with having a GM like Howie Roseman, this team is going to continue to make those bold moves. So absolutely, this team overachieved. Overall, in my opinion, it starts with Howie Roseman. So yeah, he's getting A+++++++++++.
Yep. Symone?
A+. We hit on it in the beginning. Preseason, starting with the draft. Howie's just done everything we needed him to do. Answer all the questions. Mid-season, did what he had to do. The preseason up until the buzzer, getting Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at the buzzer. Then making those moves after the Washington game. A+.
Yep. Trey?
A+ for me. It's not even the fact that he made all the moves he made this year, but it's hitting it back with notion that Symone said. We still got 2 first-round picks this year coming up.
Yeah.
Like in this year's draft. Howie Roseman did his thing this year. If he don't get GM of the Year, bro, I don't know who else deserve it, to be honest. I don't know who else deserve it, bro. Bringing in all them high-profile players, I mean, making it work and still having 2 first-round draft picks for next year, bro, it's hands down Howie Roseman, A++.
Yep. BG?
Yeah. Ditto. A+++++. Howie's the man. That's the GOAT right there. You know what I'm saying? He putting it down like he's supposed to as a GM. Like, people wanted to get rid of him, but I'm glad we didn't because there's not another GM making moves like Howie. He's gonna keep this team right for. I think he learned his lessons. And he's gonna keep the team right for years to come.
Exactly. Coaching staff, Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen, and Jonathan Gannon. Trey, go ahead, because we know you is with Jonathan Gannon, so you start us off.
This is a little shaky for me. It's like I mean, I want to believe they great coaches, but I also believe we have great players on this football team that masked a lot of the stuff that, I mean, they messed up on. So, for me, I'm gonna give them an A, but it's gonna have an asterisk on it, man, because I gotta see these dudes do it without the talent they had. Because last year we seen all the flaws. We seen some of the flaws this year, but they really was masked. Like 70 sacks. That's not coaching. That's players. That's players, bro. 70 sacks, and you rushing four to five players the majority of the time. So it's like, I mean, were they really that good, or did we just have the players that make them look that good? So I mean, I'm gonna give them an A, but I'm gonna put kind of an asterisk on it.
Yep. Notion.
I'm kind of in that boat also. I still got to see more. A lot of this stuff, how I grade coaches also, getting us to this point, I'm going to give them an A also. Just because, again, I do think that this is a talented football team. We saw all these, all these signings this team was making, and the expectations went up. So for this coaching staff to meet those expectations, borderline, in my opinion, again, they exceeded those expectations. I mean, they at least got us, they starting in the A range for me. Now, again, the asterisk, I need to see how we're going to do things in the playoffs. Because, again, this whole neglecting the run game at times and, continuing to play soft zone coverage, not making adjustments at times. I need to see those things step up, especially in the playoffs. So, again, I'm going to give the whole coaching staff, I'm going to give them an A minus, or I said an A minus. I'm going to give them an A with an asterisk. And I got to see also, playoff times is really going to count for me, but up to this point, they got to get an A.
Yep, Symone.
I'm gonna give the coaching a B, and because of what we all said, it's like a group project, and you, that professor that really pay attention to who did what. A lot of these players get A's. They was pulling the weight, but do you really deserve an A? Again, we really saw it in the Packers game. We saw it in the Dallas game. We saw it in the Saints game. So many opportunities for them to step up as coaches, and they didn't step up as coaches. Again, we will see in the playoffs what's up and what's not up with their final grades, because the playoffs is when coaching matters the most. The playoffs are the best of the best. Some of the best, except for the little boys.
Exactly.
For the most part, we're going to see. And that's it. We know what we need to do. We'll see if they execute.
BG?
I'm going to give them A+. You know why? We had a team last year today, their first year, they showed bright spots, added players, but any great team got great players. Teams that go 4-3 don't do it with subpar players. So the point of we have good players, so do we give it to the coach or not? It's like, you got to give it to them because they still put them in the right positions. There are plenty of games on the offense and defense where they had to make big decisions, and we won those football games. To get us in a position where we can go the last 3 games, lose 2, not really worry about it, still come out with the best Eagles record ever, breaking all these records. The players help, but the coaches help too. It goes hand in hand.
Yep. Next up, my favorite topic of the show. I love this boy. I really do. Play the clip.
Jalen Hurts. Let's see if he can get something going. There's Hurts. He's back. Fire. Touchdown. They really came out on fire. Hurts. He is in such control. Hurts. What a play by Jalen Hurts. Beautiful throw by Hurts. 3 rushing touchdowns. Give me a little more of that. Boy, that hurts. Boy, did he make magic happen. Jalen Hurts, number 1. That really, really hurts.
Jalen freaking A++++++++ to infinity and beyond. Patrick Mahomes, hey, enjoy your MVP. My quarterback just said it. I think we ain't done yet. I think I want a Super Bowl MVP in Arizona. Knock on wood, because we got to get there first. So A++ to infinity and beyond. for Jalen freaking Hurts. Go ahead, Notion. Talk about my quarterback. My quarterback. Anybody messing with him, gonna knock him out.
Indeed.
Don't
Listen,
respect them either.
I'm gonna be solid because y'all know. Look, again, I put a lot of this stuff on the talent that we have here. Also, I do believe that. Look, AJ Brown made a world of a difference coming to this team. So off of that alone, he made Jalen Hurts look good. The I guess evolution of Dallas Goedert. You know, we saw Miles Sanders actually hold his own in this game. So all of that combined helped with Jalen Hurts taking that next step that he needed. And I don't think he scratched, I don't think he's even got close to scratching his ceiling surface yet. So just based off of everything this year, I'm going to give him a solid A. Just with areas, because if he tears it up in the playoffs, oh yeah, he's going to end it off with an A+ for me. But I'm going to give him, again, I'm going to give him an A. I still think there's areas he needs to continue improving with. Sometimes he runs out the pocket a little early. It is what it is. But at the same time, I like everything that I'm seeing from Jalen Hurts, and he's at least at an A right now for me.
Symone?
That is for you,
I'm going to give Jalen an A+. 2022-2023 season grade. The leap, I know the talent took a leap, but the leap that we saw from Jalen Hurts, talent or no talent, just phenomenal, through the roof in one offseason, being able to make that leap. And not only what he's done on the field, there's, like I keep saying, there's been so many games where Jalen Hurts won us the Colts game. Jalen Hurts, we had to have all the trust in Jalen in that Colts game, taking over for us in the Packers game. Once we saw that it was becoming a shootout, being able to keep up with that of the Aaron Rodgers, that's Jalen Hurts. Plus, not even what he did on the field, the leadership from him. When you see all these other little brat quarterbacks, even with talent around the league, that gets an A+ for me. These dudes rally behind him.
Yep, Trey?
A+ for me. You see the talent difference that we have on our team, but Jalen Hurts take it over the top. Y'all seen the 2 games with MINSHEW, man. It was night and day. It was like we didn't even have the talent we had on that team. Jalen Hurts bring that all together. So I'm gonna give him an A+, bro. I'm gonna really give him an A+ because the leap he took this year. I mean, last year we seen Jalen, real uncomfortable in the pocket. Footwork wasn't good. Missing a lot of wide open passes and stuff like that. You seen really none of that this year. Bro, you seen really none of that this year. The dude took like a leap this year that you really never see quarterbacks take in one calendar year. So I'm gonna give him an A+. And he kept this team afloat. We got that number one. We got the number 1 seed in the conference because of him. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He's a game changer. He changes the game, changes the dynamic. He changes how defenses play your offense because he can use his legs. So he get an A+ from me this year, man. Like Notion said, we got to see what he do in the playoffs, but we great in the season right now, the regular season right now. So he get an A+ from me for the season.
Yep. BG?
That's my quarterback, man.
A+ BG.
MVP, Jalen freaking Hurts. I don't care about no Patty Mahomes. Jalen Hurts is the MVP. He lost 1 football game all year long. One football game all year long. Like he said, he game at least he makes everybody better. Look with Jalen Hurts in the game. Miles Sanders finally get 1,300 yards. AJ Brown almost 1,500 yards out there. Symone breaking the records. Jalen got him the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like Jalen got these Bulls the ball. Jalen's the man. A+ to infinity and beyond.
Exactly. So let's talk about the playmakers. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders. Let's talk Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott as well. They all get A's. Miles Sanders, I love you. Dallas Goedert, I love you. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, do not leave this organization. I will pay for y'all tickets and whatever I got to do. Do not leave this organization. Please. Whatever you want, give it to them, please. Exactly. Go ahead, Notion Gang. The playmakers, Miles Sanders, Dallas Goddard, all of them. Go ahead, Notion.
Indeed, I'm gonna give them all an A. Also, I mean, for the whole entire group. Again, all of these stats and this development and these leaps that we saw Jalen take, again, has to be contributed to these playmakers out here. I mean, we saw Devontae Smith take a leap. We saw AJ Brown. I mean, he's out here looking like, swole Batman out here for a reason. We saw Miles Sanders take a leap this year. So all in all, I got to give this whole group collectively, I got to give them an A. But again, I still know that there's areas, that I'm sure we could show improvement with. Now, again, I know I've been tough on this whole Miles Sanders thing, just because, again, I know we don't use him right. And honestly, I don't know if this team is going to put a huge investment in keeping Miles Sanders this year. But from saying that, listen, Miles Sanders did his thing this year. So I got to give Miles Sanders his respect. But at the same time, I'm still not confident that this man might not be an Eagle next year. So again, I just think collectively how this team built this entire offensive structure. I mean, we saw the playmaker shine this year. So I'm giving them an A. Again, my A pluses, the bars for my A pluses, I think I only gave one so far, which is Howie Roseman, that put all of this together, because I seen and know what it's done. Again, a lot of my A pluses probably ain't coming until after the playoffs. So I'm gonna leave it with some room to grow. I'm gonna give them a solid A.
Yep, Symone.
A plus 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 to the boys on offense, and especially watching AJ Brown and Devontae Smith trying to muster up something with MINSHEW. It made me so happy to see them still balling with that, man. But it also broke my heart at the same time. Like, oh, if only. But Devontae Smith, man, since the day we drafted Buddy, bruh, trading up for Devontae Smith, they had all this shit to say. Talk about how tiny he is. Boom, 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 boom. Balled out. This year, we bring in AJ Brown. They talking all that shit again. Devontae Smith ain't gonna get no attention. Devontae Smith gonna one out. All that. To see the chemistry between these guys, to see them smiling and laughing on the bench, this genuine bond between them, and for both of them to get their yards, to get the stats that they need for their own goals, and to get their recognition in the NFL for both of those guys. Shoot, Dallas Goddard, man. Dallas Goddard. We saw, even with AJ Brown, even with Devontae Smith, when we lost Dallas Goddard, we saw that offense change.
Facts.
Like,
Sure.
Dallas Goddard almost had 600 yards before he got hurt. If Dallas Goddard was still playing all these games, he could have had 1,000 yards.
Right.
Like, oh my goodness. I love Dallas, Devontae, AJ Brown. I love them dudes right there, y'all. I love them dudes. Don't go nowhere, okay? Period.
Exactly. BG.
I gotta agree, man. A plus, man. We got the best skill position players in the league. There's some. There might be a better receiver here or a better running back there, but as a whole, collectively, they're the best. They're the best. They did it this year. They did their big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you not? Both of your receivers break records. My career high. Goddard still had an awesome season. These boys are unstoppable, and I cannot wait to see what they do in the playoffs.
Yep. Trey?
I'm gonna give them an A. All right, so with the whole AJ Brown, Devontae Smith thing, bro, if we could keep these dudes around for like a solid 3 to 4 more years, oh my God, like it's gonna help out tremendously. The only kind of disappointment this year that I had, and it's not even really a disappointment, is Quez Watkins. I thought Quez Watkins was gonna have a bigger season this year, a way bigger season, just because the attention AJ Brown and Devontae Smith was gonna get. But I mean, he was too fizzly this season. Like he'd give you a spark every 3-4 games, but then there's games he just disappeared. Like, he got to get better as our third wide receiver, or we got to go out and find another one, to be honest. Dallas Goedert, unfortunate, he got injured. I mean, he really was on pace to be a 1,000-yard receiver too, just like Devontae and AJ. And Miles Sanders did his thing this year, bro. He showed everybody why he's a dynamic football player. I'll give them all an A, to be honest. I feel like they all played well. AJ Brown turned up this year. Devontae turned up this year. Miles turned up this year. They get an A from me.
Yep, offensive line, because we got to talk about the big men that block. So go ahead, Notion, offensive line.
Well, of course, I'm gonna give what, and I ain't checked the stat. Somebody have to let me know where we ended off as the rushing unit in the league, because we all know this is the strength of this team, and it starts with the big boys up front leading the way. So, look, I'm gonna give the O-line also. They getting a solid A from me also. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, somebody that he's gained my respect this year, because honestly, coming into this year, I thought he was going to be the weakest link on the O-line. Listen, Isaac Seumalo, nobody's really, we haven't had moments where we've had to talk about him out there being on the field, blowing blocks up, or allowing sacks and things of that. So listen, he gained my respect this year, and he's part of the reason also being a part of that line, that the line was as good as they are. So listen, whole O-line, they're getting an A from me, just knowing that, even with players going down, like I know we just had Lane Johnson go out, watching Jack Driscoll, and I ain't sitting here saying I'm sold on Jack Driscoll and none of that, but just watching this O-line continuing to be able to gel, continue to, stand up to their, I guess, situations. And I got to give this O-line at least an A for the year for at least, again, Miles Sanders. He's having a career year, in a sense of rushing yards. All of that's due to this O-line making those holes. So, look, again, I got to give him an A. Big salute. He gained my respect this year. Isaac Seumalo. It is what it is.
Yep. Symone?
I'm going with an A as well for the offensive line. I mean, we all know what we have been doing these past years with the offensive line, drafting linemen, developing linemen. It's all been starting there. And like we said, Miles Sanders having all those yards, some of these games, the protection, it out of control for Jalen Hurts. I mean, these dudes, and I know it's kind of tough to talk about right now because we got the injury right now, and then all the penalties, in the Saints game. So it's a little funky time to be talking about, the offensive line. But overall for the season, definitely an A. I mean, we all know it's all built in the trenches. None of this will be going without them. But it is a little sensitive time right now because of all them penalties in that Saints game.
Yep. Trey?
And real quick, hold on. I just wanted to, just because I know Sis brought up the penalties in the Saints game. Listen, they had to change and adjust to a whole new cadence last game. A lot of them penalties, I'm putting some of that garbage on Gardner Minshew. So I'm just saying, I'm giving the O-line a pass in some of those penalties just because, again, I know they had to adjust. That ain't no excuse. They are paid professionals. They should be practicing these things. But listen, ain't nobody give no A+ effort when Gardner Minshew was in the game. So it is what it is.
Yep. Go ahead, Trey.
I'm giving them a solid A, just like everybody else. All the little injuries we dealt with, Dickerson going down for a couple games, Lane Johnson being out, we still held tough. And we still averaged the most points in the NFL throughout the season. So, I mean, Miles Sanders going over 1,300 yards. Jalen Hurts, how many rushing yards Jalen Hurts had this year? I know he had close to like 900 this year, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's great, bro. That's great, bro. And even in like the passing game, I felt like it was some games we was a little shaky in the pass protection, but for the most part, we held up tight. Even with Driscoll in there, Driscoll been playing okay. He hasn't been playing horrible. I mean, we really haven't lost a beat for real. So I'm gonna get this O-line an A.
Yep. BG?
Yeah, I give him an A too. Whenever you got all your offensive line going to the Pro Bowl or Pro Bowl alternate, you know how many teams can go out there and say that? You know, we've been had the best line of football, showed it, and that's the reason why we got the production for the offense that we got. So, you know, backups come in and play when they need to play. The starters are dominant and some of the best at their positions. You gotta give these boys an A. I might even say A plus for them too. Why not? You know, because the yards that we put up this year, you know, no other team did. So, because they ain't got this kind of line.
Look like Hurts put up what 780, something like that, rushing yards.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I think so.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
That's great for a quarterback. And he went over 10 rushing touchdowns, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 14, didn't
Mm.
Yeah.
So it looked like the Eagles
that's
even
tough.
they finished off top 5 in rushing this year. So yeah, I mean it's got to go to the O line this year. It's got to
Yes,
go to the O line. They put up over 2,500 yards in rushing as a team.
Yeah.
exactly. So let's talk about the defense side of the ball. Notes again. I know. Go ahead and talk about the defense. Special cornerback, safeties, Fletch, Graham, the whole crew.
I mean, overall, looking at all the product, again, let me start by giving some respect out because, again,
Correct.
listen, there was an area of weakness we all knew coming into this season that we had to get a control on the defensive side, and that was that safety spot. Listen, I didn't have the most confidence with Marcus Epps coming into this season.
Man.
We was doing something new with changing Chauncey Gardner over. This is his first time playing safety all year. Listen, I believe we've got now an answer at the safety position. I am no longer worried. I am no longer stressing. So much respect got to be given to Marcus Epps for holding down that spot all year. I haven't been blasting out the safety spot. You know, there's been some moments. We all know the third and 30. That's always going to hit me wrong. But there was a lot of mental errors in that play. But as far as the whole overall safety group, the defense, just the way they responded, I mean, listen, I got to give them an A also. Again, I take that into, I know I was skeptical on Jonathan Gannon and putting these boys in situations, but they're actually playing to their strengths. And again, just one of the biggest reasons why I'm giving this defense, I mean, what are they? Of course, the sacks. We you know, that's epic numbers pretty much. We were 2 off from what, beating the record of the 82 or the Bears record. What was it?
Yeah.
72 sacks?
Yeah.
It's 2 off from tying it.
From
Yeah.
We
tying it?
needed 3 to break it.
3 to break it. So a lot of that has to do with, of course, the safety groups covering, the lines getting to the quarterback. I mean, we weren't sitting here complaining all year of our linebackers looking like trash. So, again, I got to give this whole defensive effort. It all came together. All the talent that we had on this team, I mean, it showed up. So I'm giving the whole group an A also. And that's what it is. And I think we found an answer, at least for now, at the safety position. Marcus Epps this year, big salute. He's held his own.
Yep. Symone?
I'm going to give the defense an A. It's been so many shining moments from the defense, starting with week 2, shutting down Justin Jefferson. Again, going back to that Colts game where the offense was struggling. First game without Dallas Goedert, and the defense keeping us in that game. So many 3 and outs, third and out, having to go back on the field, holding up. Even in that loss in the Saints game, defense kept us in the game until the end. Reed Blankenship getting thrown in to that Packers game, stepping up, ready to go. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, 10 days before the season started, came into a new team, new system, hit the ground running. Marcus Epps and TJ Edwards returning to the team. They saw all the dogs we brought in, all the guys coming in competing for their position in training camp and during the offseason, and them holding it down and stepping up. Javon Hargrave getting unleashed. Freaking Josh Sweat, when we paid him, it was a lot of question marks, a lot of people scratching like, should we pay Josh Sweat? Man, HAASON freaking Reddick. Man, HAASON Reddick. Jesus. Gotta stop and take a second. Gotta put some extra stars on his paperwork, okay? Some extra gold stars, baby. James Bradbury, say little, do so much, boy. It's just been so many high points on this defense. Brandon Graham coming off injury, double-digit career high sacks. I mean, Jesus. Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh, old back and old bones, holding up for us against Jonathan Taylor, fresh off the retirement home, coming in, making some stops. I mean, whew.
Brave be the name of that defense. Go ahead, Trey.
I agree with everything they said, man. The defense get an A from me, man. I mean, it's always high points and low points in the season. I mean, times we're gonna question, times we're gonna be like, this defense rolling. But for the most part, they stayed afloat. I mean, we took on some okay quarterbacks this year. I mean, we did well. We shut down some okay wide receivers this year. Justin Jefferson being one of them. So, I mean, I feel like we did great this year for the most part. We got the best record in the NFL. We top, 2 in pass defense. I mean, our run defense was a little shaky at first. We suited that up. I feel like the defense went hand in hand with the offense this year. Like Symone said, bro, 70 sacks is nothing to like poo-poo. 70? Bro.
Well, we went from worst in the league to best in the league. We finished
We was the worst in the league last year.
49 sacks last year.
Worst in the league last year. 70 sacks, bro. It's like, yo, Haason Reddick with 16. I think BG had like 11. Haason Reddick had like 11. Josh Sweat had like 12. Like, that's 4 players over double-digit sacks. You don't see that in the season. You don't see stuff like that in the season. Washington game, second Carson Wentz 9 times. Damn near 10 times. Bro, this defense was hooping this year. It was hooping on the low. Like, we had our little ups and downs. Like, y'all know the show. We debated about it, all that. I mean, they had their little ups and downs, but for the most part, they kept us in that number 1 spot. Even those 2 games we lost, I feel like the defense played well. Even they played well with Gardner MINSHEW. So, I mean, I don't know if it's coaching or players, but it's just like it was going hand in hand for the most part. I'm giving them an A for this season.
Yep. BG.
Hold on. Before I get off this. All right, so coming into this season, I debated with many dudes about TJ Edwards. Mind you, I watched TJ Edwards in college. He was a dog at Nebraska. A dog. Like, he was a leader. The dude was great in pass coverage. He was great in run coverage. He wasn't the most athletic, but he was a smart football player, a prototypical middle linebacker. And dudes told me, oh, he's expanded. We could get rid of TJ Edwards. This dude got the most tackles in Philadelphia Eagles history this year. In Philadelphia Eagles history this year, by any linebacker, defensive tackle, safety, and I rallied for this dude all season. He made me so proud this year. So shout out to TJ Edwards. We got to re-sign this dude, bro. He going to be a staple of this defense for the next 4 or 5 years if we re-sign this dude. So shout out to TJ Edwards.
Yep. Shout out to TJ Edwards. Go ahead, BG.
Yeah, like, I kind of give the defense the same credit like I give, Hurts. Like, they really only lost, had 1 bad game. Like that Washington game probably be the only one I give them. I think we all know we win the Saints and the Cowboys game if we had Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying? So those were Minshew mistakes. So to go a whole season breaking the records that they have, how many of them made it to the Pro Bowl? Like 7, 8 of them. We got some of the best. We got the best defensive line in the league. Easily the best secondary in the league. Easily went all healthy. When you add Maddox to that group, they're unstoppable. So I hope we can get Maddox back. And I'm giving these boys an A+ because they did their thing this year, man. Like 70, like you said, 4 players, 10+ sacks. I never even heard of that before. I never. I don't even know a team that did it.
And 10++. Put some plus on that 10+. It ain't no 11. It ain't no 12. How many Haason got? 17?
17.
Like 17 sacks.
It ain't no little 10.5 sacks. It ain't no little 11 sacks. Plus on that 10+.
Are we the first team, I believe, in NFL history to have
Ever.
4 players?
Yeah.
4 players on the D line, all over 10 sacks. So we got Josh Sweat over 10. Brandon Graham over 10.
Hargrave. Hassan, Reddick, and Hargrave.
And Hargrave.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Symone.
It's being brought up in the chat. What y'all feeling about Slay right now?
I mean, it happens sometimes though. Like, I don't, but
yeah. No, I go
listen.
ahead, Trey. I
Go
follow.
ahead, Trey. You start, Trey, before we get to the special teams and
Asking
well,
in the chat. I'm just asking. Big
I'm
Chris.
gonna ask y'all a question. How many times y'all caught this year? Like, we played what, 17 games?
Yep,
How
17
many times?
season. Yep.
How many times you call Slay name? Not often, right?
Not once.
Not often. It's
Not once.
cornerback. These dudes, these wide receivers get paid just like he does. They gonna beat you
Yeah.
sometimes. The best in the game got beat. Reeves got beat. Deion Sanders got beat sometimes, but he gonna get you more times than you get him. So, I mean, what is y'all crying about, bro? I don't understand it. And I'm talking to the chat. I ain't talking to nobody else up here. Y'all can answer in the chat. What is y'all crying about? You get beat sometimes. It happens. Ramsey beat. A lot of dudes get beat, bro. It happens.
So are you?
That's the life of playing. That's the life of playing cornerback.
Are you?
You gonna get your ass spanked sometimes. Like,
are
I don't get it, bro. People don't understand football, and this would be making me mad, bro. People don't understand football. You're not gonna line up against a dude 20 some odd times, and he's not gonna beat you once or twice. Like, it don't. It happens. It's the NFL. The best corners get beat in the NFL. So, I mean, I love Slay. I love his personality, everything. Dude, take everything with a grain of salt, bro.
I love the Slay
He's not
family. They
soft-skinned
give
and
out
not
free
like
stuff, free tickets.
So I'm gonna put it like this, real quick, because listen, at the end of the day, when I look at Slay, I know eventually this team is gonna have to cross. We're gonna have to go ahead and move away from Slay. I get Slay's probably coming towards the end of his career. I get all of that. But one of the things that's a concern in Philadelphia, which we all can't sit here and deny, is our cornerback development. So unless the cornerbacks are already developed, I mean, we had to bring Slay over here. We had to bring James Bradbury over here.
Yeah.
So listen, all y'all could sit here and poo-poo Slay all y'all want. And listen, I'm sure we're seeing a little bit of a decline due to, father time and all of that. But at the same time, Darius Slay is fine. He is a leader on this team. In my opinion, again, like Trey Rock said, we ain't sitting on the field worrying about, Slay, how he's going to move and things like that. So, listen, we need Slay, unfortunately, because we have our own problems in Philadelphia developing our own talent. So that's where I'm at on the whole Slay deal.
Yep.
I agree with you 1,000%. We do a piss poor job developing corners and a piss poor job developing wide receivers. That's why we had to go get AJ Brown made and ready. That's why it was a blessing that Devontae Smith was NFL ready. That's why we had to go and import Bradbury, import Darius Slay. But yeah, I mean, it's just because I think the question with Slay, I think the disappointment with some of the people with Slay is because Slay he's a big play guy. Like, we've been watching Slay forever. Slay, I used to love watching Slay with the Lions, even before he came to the Eagles. And, it's not a bad thing, but when you're a big play guy and you haven't made no big plays in a minute, people gonna be asking questions.
Yep. Special teams.
Real quick, this makes me nervous.
They don't really throw at Slay too often, though. They catch him every once in a while, but they don't throw it. They got to throw at you for you to make a big play. They don't throw at him too often. The teams we play, they do their most damage in the middle of the field, where our linebackers and safeties at. They're not really throwing at Bradbury and Slay too often. So, I mean, they got to really attack you for you to make a big play. How you think Maxwell got paid? Maxwell got paid because they wasn't throwing at Richard Sherman. They wasn't throwing across the middle of that field. Earl Thomas and them was down there. So the best bet you could do is throw at Maxwell and hope it stick. So, I mean, that's the life of the NFL. You're going to get beat sometimes. And if you're a great corner, they're not going to throw at you too often. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'll take that. I'll take that. You shutting down one side of that field, Now you only can work over here. I'm cool with that. Now you got Bradbury on them over there. That's how they getting the interceptions. That's how Chauncey Gardner eating in the middle like he was. Because they didn't want to throw at Darius Slay. So I mean, it all go hand in hand.
This dude talking about something individual. We got Slay another year, draft a corner to learn behind him. Respectfully, and this is no knock at Darius Slay. We've had Darius Slay how long? They haven't learned nothing from him yet. We have so many young dudes on this roster who have had, and again, this is not a knock on Darius Slay. It's not Darius Slay's job to develop these guys out of college. But I'm saying Zach McPherson had time to learn behind Slay. He ain't ready. Slay was at training camp talking about Josiah Scott ready. They was talking about all them dudes that we got, undrafted free agent guys. They ready. None of them been ready. So I'm going to need y'all to soak up like a sponge what y'all seeing from Bradbury and what y'all seeing from Slay. Because y'all had ample time to learn behind some great cornerbacks. We can't bet on, we've drafted so many corners and what has happened?
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep.
We still drafting cornerbacks. We still having that talk right now, because again, I mean, I'll give it to us. It sounds like we're good at drafting nickel cornerbacks. I'll give us that. Avonte Maddox, listen, I like him in the slot. I like that development. But when it comes to these outside corner, these cornerbacks that are on the edges, we need to get those from outside because we have problems drafting internally.
We got to import.
Or developing internally.
Yeah. Before we get to special teams, punt returners, and Jake Elliott, hi, Cole.
Hey, shout out to the Eagles, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
hey, Cole,
What's
up, big dog? Where you been hiding at, big dog?
Where you been hiding, Cole?
You gonna wait till we done frying up the little boys to come jump on.
Exactly. Man, salute to all the 126 people joining us on the show, man. We appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the Birds of Broad Street channel and all of our channels. That's Cool Cat Connor. That's One Trigger Trey Rock. That's Bird Gang 31. That's Symone with the Sports and Notion Gang. Salute Philly Notion. Hit that subscribe. And we know you don't hide, Cole. We know you don't hide, but still.
Cole rolling, man.
He was hiding.
You was hiding, though. We was looking for you, boss. Boys for life.
Oh, yo. Cool. You would have been popped up, Cool.
We was frying up the
Come
little
on, man.
It's almost a 2-hour show, man, and we were looking for y'all.
You been at, big dog?
It's almost a 2-hour show now, man, and y'all coming in right before we get back. Man, please. Special teams, punt returners, and Jake Elliott. Go ahead, Notion.
Well, I'm gonna give the whole special teams unit. Listen, I'll give it a B plus. Now, the only reason why, of course, because again, y'all know there's a certain area. Jake Elliott, listen, and especially seeing it last game, we won that game off of Jake Elliott's leg from kicking the ball all game. Sheesh. So I gotta give Jake Elliott. He's our kicker here in Philadelphia. But as far as our special teams return, the punt return, I'm sorry, gang. I've been saying it all year. I'm done with the Britton Covey experiment. I really, truly believe that needs to be a focus at some point on this roster. We've been neglecting our special teams, at least the return group, for some time now. The last bit of explosion we had, who was the last one that brought, that was it Rager? I think Jalen Rager is our last touchdown return, possibly on some kind of a return or a punt or kickoff.
Punt return.
That was great. That was the Green Bay game. It was a punt return.
Yeah.
Yep.
We gotta erase that stigma. I'm sorry. We need to invest something. And listen, I know there's teams out there that go out there and get explosive players. Like I see the Chiefs. They had what's his name? Something Mikael Hartman or Miko. Yep. Hey, that kid is solid. I don't know if y'all see that kid. Hey, Bull is solid. You got Dallas, of course. They scooped up, specifically Turpin. I ain't gonna sit here and say he's doing nothing special this year, but at the same time, teams address that special teams return need. So based off of that, I'm giving that area alone a D-, which is taken away from that A. So I'm gonna give the whole group, I'm gonna give it a B+. So that's where I'm at, but we need to upgrade that kick return position. Covey ain't it.
Yep, Symone.
The whole special teams as a unit And I'm sorry, Jake Elliott, that you got assigned to this group. But the whole group get a C.
Woo.
Woo.
Yeesh.
And the only reason why they got a C average is
It's because you was done with that. Shit.
because Jake Elliott's individual A+ score is pulling them other dudes' weight up a little bit. Jake Elliott gets an A+.
Yes, he does.
God bless those hamstrings. God bless those quads, that calf, them toes going up in the air after them good. God bless them. But all you other dudes on special teams, they ain't she keeping so many teams in games. The Green Bay Packers was kept in that game from our special teams unit, giving them the ball starting at the 40-yard line. Aaron Rodgers the ball starting at the 40-yard line, darn near midfield. The Dallas Cowboys game, Turpin, Turnip Greens, whatever his name is. Keeping them little boys in the game for no reason. Poor tackling, poor coverage for Covey, poor Covey. Overall, a C for Covey.
There you go, Trey.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a C+ because Jake Elliott on that squad. I mean, Jake Elliott was the only sturdy special teams player we had, except for like when I ain't gonna lie to you, except for when Boston Scott got pulled up the kick return. He really he did a good job. I'm not even gonna lie. Boston Scott been doing a good job since they put him at kick return. So I'm gonna give him a C+ just from them two. But our special teams coverage, our special teams protection, all of it was just horrible this year. That was the weak spot on our team, to be honest. That was the weak spot on our team. We couldn't block for punts. We couldn't block for punt returns. We couldn't. It was nasty, bro. It was nasty. So I'm gonna give him a C+.
Yep. BG, if you can hear me quick.
I'm gonna give him B-. You know, because I can't hate on Jake that much. I can't hate on Jake that much. You know, he did his thing, and like they got it together towards the end. You know, like our kickoff return got a little bit better. We just can't have a perfect team. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody gonna be A's on a team like this. You know, I'd rather they be on the offense and defensive side and have a good kicker than, you know, try to nitpick everything. So I'm gonna give these boys. You know, they didn't, fumble too many returns. I don't think they fumbled any returns this year. So, you know, it is what it is. They get a B-.
Yep. I can't end this grade without grading the best fans in the world, Eagles Nation, Eagles everywhere. I can't end this grade without grading you guys, the best fans in the world. So, Notre Gang, go ahead and grade your fan base for this season.
You already know, man, that the fan base, we getting the A++++++++. I'm gonna tell you right now, we have got to be one of the most, of course, the most traveled fan bases. Every place that we go, we taking over, pretty much. It's well known you're going to see the Eagle fans in the stadium. So just the energy that we bring, all game. One of the things, it was really good to see because I did got the experience being in a hostile game scenario, being in Dallas, right? So just knowing how us Eagles fans approach the situation. I mean, we wasn't in there all rowdy, getting all crazy or none of that. Again, I gotta give big salute to the Eagles fan for bringing it every single game. We even traveled to hostile places. I'm sure if they would have had a game in England, or was it not England, or maybe it was, I forgot where that last game was. Was it Mexico? I think they had a game in Mexico. The Eagles would have showed up there too. So again, it's all contributed to the fans. We got one of the best travel groups as a fandom in the whole NFL, and we bring it every time. And we ain't scared to let our coach hear it on the sidelines. We gonna boo when the time is needed, and we cheer when that time is needed also. So A++++ to these fans for the city of Philadelphia.
Same here, man. It's the reason I love this team from the back of me, and I salute each and every one of you guys for rocking this show, rocking the tailgates. It's the reason I met Symone and BG for the first time. So salute to the both of you guys. Gail, Evan, Primetime Lucky, One Trigger Trey Rock. I met Lord Brunson for the first time. I met AK for the first time. It's because of the Eagles Nation I met these four amazing people in this show was created. The best fans in the world, and we about to have a party next week at the link. I need y'all to turn this something. Before I get crazy, A++ to the best fans in the world. Symone, go ahead and talk about your fan base, girl. My God, I love y'all.
The only thing that consistently gets an A is us as fans. The way we ride for this team, bruh. What we've been through as fans just in my own lifetime, bruh. So many bad eras, so much drama, so much turnover, coaching turnover, quarterback turnover. But one thing is always true. We gonna bleed green. Last we started off 2-5. Didn't know what the heck we had under center. And we were still here rocking, supporting the Birds each and every week, riding for the Birds. I love this fan base. I love the camaraderie. I love how we stay on one accord all the time. Shoot, this offseason, putting the pressure, make a trade, get A.J. Brown, get James Bradberry, get James Bradberry, get James Bradberry. You see these players on Twitter talking about they feel the love from the players. James Bradberry, oh, I see y'all tweeting at me and all that stuff. The way we stay on one accord, the way we don't take no bullshit, we gonna boo when it's time to boo. If it ain't up to our standards, we gonna talk our shit. But at the end of the day, when them cuts come, it's green bleeding out.
Exactly. Trey?
All right. So
Laughing at one of these comments.
all right, so I'm from North Philadelphia, like born and raised. My whole lifetime I've just been confined to like Philadelphia Eagles fans that was from Philly. I mean, unless you ran into like a foreigner or something like that. But me doing this content thing and seeing how many people all around the world really love the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. And then just me knowing the Philly attitude is like, it's just different. It's like, it's more than a football team. It's like a family. It's more than football fans. It's like a family.
It's like birds
I've
of
been to so many
Street, right?
Philadelphia Eagles games.
See what I did there?
But I've been to so many Philadelphia Eagles games where it was dudes I didn't even know. I didn't even know they were showing love. If you had that green on, beers, drinks, anything you needed. Didn't know these people from a can of paint, bro. It's different. It's a different atmosphere down here, bro. It's like it's not even the football team. Though. It's just like it's just the Eagles. Period. Like it's all one. It's all one. It's not just the football team. So, I mean, like I said, we got the best fans in football, bro. They gonna let you know when you on some bull crap, and they gonna love you when it's time to love you. It's like we not fake fans at all. We not fake fans. We really bleed this. So. I mean, shout out to all of y'all that do this content thing. And shout out to all the Philadelphia Eagle fans around the world. And in Philadelphia, man, fly, Eagles, fly.
Exactly. BG?
Hey, they'll piggyback on all of them, man. The best fans in the world, man. Like you said, the best content creators in the world. You know, we're the best. The Eagles got the best of everything on both sides. Content creators, fans, like we ride or die. Whether we agree with each other or not, it's all about the best for this football team, you know what I'm saying? So I loved it. Like I said, that was one of the best days of my life, Pat. Going to a home game, being at that stadium. You guys seen the pictures. I was
You was turned the bleep up, BG. You was turned the bleep up.
Because it was just like, I didn't even care.
I see you rock. He was knocked out asleep. Him and Miss BG.
Bro, we was waiting for like 4 hours, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I would do it again over and over again. Probably just, next time I go. It was epic, man. Like one of the best days of my life, man. Like I said, seeing all you guys, meeting all you guys, it was amazing. It definitely one of the highlights of my life. So it's all love, man. Enjoying this content creation thing and like meeting all you guys and, the growth of everything, man. I love everybody. I love all you guys.
Exactly. Love you too, BG. And finally, the final score And final grade of this thing before we wrap up and talk about who we want to face in the divisional round. So go ahead, Notion. One last time, your final grade for the season.
So overall, again, this team, they overachieved my expectations. I had us going 13-4. We went 14-3. You know, we went through some growing pains this year, but all of that happens naturally with every NFL football team. So overall, how this season ended right now, again, this is not judging the playoffs.
Right.
I'm giving it an A+. Overall, how this team battled, A+ overall for getting this number 1 seed. Now I get to kick back this weekend. Hey, listen, watch some wild card games, some that we ain't a part of, because we already chilling in the divisional round. So A+ season for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep. Symone?
This is the overall Eagles.
Yep. Overall.
A+, starting from the off season. This whole season has just been one memorable season, one for the freaking books. Like I said, just starting with the off season. Starting with the HAASON REDDICK move, because that really was the first move and first signal this offseason. I just had so much fun this offseason and during the season, watching all the talent that we accumulated pan out, watching how much fun these guys have, how much fun we have been having. This is going to be one of the most memorable seasons as an Eagles fan, period. And then, of course, that tailgate, that
tailgates be different, don't they, Symone?
We was teed up.
I forgot I was at a
tailgates be different.
I forgot I was at a football game. I thought I was at a party. Like, what's going on?
And by the time you got in there, E-Rock was looking at you and he was like, y'all sleep? Y'all sleep?
The food, the drinks. Bro.
Exactly. Trey, final score.
All right, I'm gonna give him an A+ too. The season was more high than it was low this year. I mean, it was like we really had nothing. Like we content creators, so we find and try to like pick apart little things like that. But we really had nothing to complain about this season. Oh, we went 12 straight games without a loss. Bro, we kicking everybody ass in our path. It's like, bro, we only lost 3 games this season. It's like, what can you complain about? We locked the number 1 seed up. Like I said, we content creators. We look a little deeper into everything. But, I mean, just the casual fan, they had a blast this year. So, I mean, hopefully we can keep this thing going. But I'm giving them an A+ for this season because we 14-3, bro. Like, we 14-3. And the crazy thing is, it was so many other teams that won over double-digit games this season, but we still was number 1. So I mean, I'm giving them an A+, man. I love what my Birds doing. Hopefully, we can take this all the way to the last game and win that bad boy. Let's go get this Super Bowl.
Exactly. Salute to Miss Ash. Hey, in the words of the mighty E-Rock, we just want y'all as close as y'all team as possible, man. As close as y'all team as possible. Go ahead, BG. Final score real quick.
Man, they got to get an A+. There's no way around it. You know, before the season started, I told everybody this is going to be a special ride. You know, I told everybody 14-3. And we're there, 14-3. It's been a special ride. You know, this has got to be, I'm pretty old here. It's got to be the best Eagles team I've ever seen in the regular season, period. You know, it's hard to argue. You know, we watch a lot of Eagles football, but we dominated this year. And even at the end, you know, even those couple of losses, we knew why we lost. And it didn't even really feel like losses to me. None of the 3. We lost. You know, we beat ourselves 3 games this year. No team actually came out there and played better than us. You know what I'm saying? Without us kicking ourselves in the butt, you know, we could have went 17-0 straight up. Like, the team itself, the talent on this team could have went 17-0. Yes, we shot ourselves in the foot 3 games, and we lost those games, you know. But it is what it is. 14-3. Hey, let's win that ball.
Exactly. Now, the final topic before we wrap up is, in the divisional round, out of Seattle, out of the Giants, Buccaneers, Cowboys, who do you want to face in the divisional round? Go ahead, Notion.
Well, how I think it's gonna possibly play out, just based off of all of our, game predictions we just did.
Yep.
I think the Giants are probably gonna upset the Vikings, and I got a feeling the Eagles might be seeing the Giants in the divisional round. So that's where and of course I'd love to see the Giants. That would be awesome. Just to have that. We can eliminate this whole, Daniel Jones discussion. We can have all of that conversation during that week. So I wouldn't mind seeing the Giants, but really, honestly, bring me any team. I got confidence my Eagles can line up with any team in the league. So that's my thoughts, but I think we'll probably be seeing the Giants.
Yep. Symone?
Jalen Hurts as my quarterback, I have feared no man. Bring me whoever.
I knew you.
Bring me the Giants. Bring me the Bucks. Bring me the little boys again, so we can whip their ass one more time. Honestly, I can see a situation again with the Giants. Their last game was decided by a field goal, a 67-yard field goal. I can see a situation, and you hate to play a team in your division, you hate to play a team 3 times, especially how close that last Giants game was. But I think if the Giants, of course, coming in this situation, we're going to be turning it up. Again, we was playing real conservative football with our quarterback, with our team, trying to low manage through that game. It's going to be a whole different game this time with the bye week, and with some guys coming back, and those same guys coming back even healthier with the bye. I think the scariest of the possible teams would have to be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
We have seen when we play above average quarterbacks, Jonathan Gannon is a little bit shaky. So that's who I would fear the most, is if Tom Brady beats the Bucks, and if they are the lowest seed remaining, Jonathan Gannon's game plan for Tom Brady, because we saw in the Packers game, if we give these old dudes that are out their prime, if we give them chances to get the ball off, they can still make plays. And that's what scared me in the Packers game.
Yep. Trey?
Go ahead. BG could go first.
Go ahead, BG.
Yeah, like Symone said, I ain't scared of nobody. You can get a hat, ball up, get a little name, throw it in there.
They said pull a number.
Pull a number. Everybody gets smoked. Everybody's about to get smoked. I'm not worried about it at all. If I had to pick a team, I want to play the Bucks. They destroyed us last year. I just want to smack them around, second round of the playoffs if they can make that far. You know what I'm saying? So I would want to play the Bucks just to get that revenge on them. You know what I'm saying? They made us doubt our quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they whooped us so bad. We were like, everybody was like, oh, is Jalen the guy? Is Jalen? I don't know. So I want to go ahead and let Jalen Hurts ball out on some Tom Brady, beat the goat, send him home packing.
Yeah. For me, before I pass it to Trey, for me, it would be nice to face the Giants again, but it would be also nice if we send Tom Brady behind the barn like Old Yeller. But it would be sweet, and it would be an honor if the Philadelphia Eagles take them little boys, whoop that blue and silver booty, and be the ones to take them out of the divisional round. It would be awesome. I would be running my mouth for weeks if we did that. So for me, it would be Cowboys, Bucks, Giants, Seattle for me. So go ahead, Trey.
I wouldn't mind playing the Cowboys or the Giants again, but I really, and this like a little like off the wall. I wouldn't mind getting Seattle because, to be honest, I don't like, and it's weird, I don't like Pete Carroll at all. I don't like him at all. I ain't like him ever since them Legion of Boom years. He's just so cocky. He an old dude. He running around with all this energy and stuff, bro.
Sassy the way
He confident, bro.
I love
sitting there chewing his gum, chewing his gum. Like I don't like his haircut. Like I just don't like Pete Carroll, bro. Like I would love to put them dudes out of the playoffs. Giants. I'd love to put the Giants out, dollars out. And if we get Brady in them again, I'll be fine with that, bro. Because I would love to go up against Brady again. Because they really embarrassed us last year. They embarrassed us last year in the playoffs. So I wouldn't mind getting my lick back on them. But any of them teams, I'm fine with. Any of them. Any of them got to come. They all got to come to the link. That's all that matters. They all got to come to
Y'all got
Philadelphia
to.
and play at Lincoln Financial Field with that crowd rocking and that cold weather. So any of them, it's gonna be a hassle for any of them. So I mean, we're gonna just let the chips fall. To be honest.
Yep. You was gonna say something, Symone?
Oh, I was just gonna say I don't think the Bucks embarrassed because we was not ready. It wasn't the Bucks. We wasn't ready.
They embarrassed us, Symone.
I mean, we luckily made nobody. I expected nothing from that game but a smackdown. We was not ready, coaching wise, quarterback wise, wide receiver talent wise, run game wise. Deep. I mean, we was not ready. We was just happy to be in the playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, we was a young, inexperienced team. I had no expectations for that game.
There you go.
But
we was all happy to
made it.
make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We was happy.
We was happy to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I was just happy to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna find out next week. We're gonna do a Cowboys Tampa Bay watch along, and gonna stay on for as long as we can next week. So please join us for that. And guys, run your mouth this week. If a Cowboy fan, if a Giant fan, if a Washington fans, run their mouth. Just look at them and say, "We the champs! We the champs!" And
hey,
Cole, we the champs!
Let's get it.
And Cole, this one for you before we wrap up.
Hey, shout out to the Eagles, man.
Hey, thank you, Cole. Appreciate the love, big guy.
Yo.
You already know. Hey,
Exactly.
number one team in the NFC. Y'all know what it is.
Exactly. And guys, remember this. What your quarterback said. I think we ain't done yet. I think we ain't done yet. We can enjoy our NFC East championship, but remember this. We got bigger fish to fry. Divisional round, NFC championship, and God forbid, Arizona. So let's rest up, heal up, and get ready for these divisional rounds. Until then, we will see you guys next week when we will preview our game, when we will have our Cowboys Tampa Bay watch along. We will stay on for as long as we can. So stick around for that. It has been your boy, Mizzy Miss, Cool Cat Connor, YouTube representing the Birds, Symone with the Sports, BG, Trigger Trey, Notion Gang, send us home. We're the champs, bitch! We're the champs!
Let's go. Hey, number one seed, let's get it. 3 more till we get one of these. Let's get it, gang. Hey, it's always fly, Eagles fly. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Go
keep the numbers.
Red with the